Hello everybody, and welcome to my blog from Strasbourg, my video blog for July. And just to let you know, there won't be one in August because hopefully we'll all be away on holiday or enjoying the Olympics. So this will be the last one until September. Obviously I can't talk about anything other than the referendum at the moment. All of the talk in the newspapers has been whether or not we should be offering as a government a referendum on Europe. So I thought I'd let you have my thoughts on that and see what you think. I'd be very much welcome your feedback. I've always been a strong opponent of a referendum, a straight in-out referendum, whilst we're in government with the Liberal Democrats, because it seemed to me not the most important issue for the coalition to be dealing with, and one on which we are, of course, deeply divided. But so much has changed in the last 2 years since the Conservative government came in, particularly with the Eurozone crisis, the way it's developed, and the way that we now most clearly have two levels of European integration. We have the 17 countries in the Eurozone making new treaties, going forward with far more political and fiscal integration. We're not part of that. I don't want to be part of that. But it does really mean that the question about how we relate to that really has to be addressed. So I'm all in favour of a referendum that I think should take place after the next general election and should be part of our promise for that election, and a referendum that asks the British people whether they want to renegotiate their relationship with Europe and on what grounds. And I'll return to that topic in a later video. Just to tell you a little bit about what I've been doing in the UK, we've had a very successful conference in Dorset a couple of weeks ago on growth, and we had over 50 attendees, and they were all very delighted with the outcome. We'll be moving to Somerset and Devon and Cornwall in the new year with our growth conferences, which have proven to be extremely popular. I've also just like to say a little bit about what we'll be voting on here at the plenary this week. Big issue for interest in the UK is the animal welfare report. The attempts is to broaden the scope of the animal welfare report to wild animals, zoos and cats and dogs. We're going to be voting against that as British Conservatives on the basis that we believe that we have the finest animal welfare and animal protection legislation already in place, and the last thing we need is for Europe to be interfering, asking us to change things, asking us to do things differently. All in favour of fixing things that are broken, but I do not see the point in interfering with things that are working well. So we're going to be against that, not because we don't love our dogs and cats, of course we do, but because we feel that we already have adequate legislation in place to protect them. Places like Romania and Greece, I know things are inadequate, but those should be dealt with on a domestic basis. So that's all from Strasbourg for this week, for this month. I look forward to seeing you all. Have a lovely summer. Enjoy the Olympics, and I look forward to seeing you all in September.